Okay, so this is the Resident Evil 2 remake from 2019 actually. So these are the settings. Everything is on, well, some is on high actually, but we can turn some things off. And yes, this game cannot reach 60 FPS on medium. Because the GPU is maxing out actually. So okay, the memory is almost 6 gigs. Okay, so this is a little bit better, but yeah, the game looks not that great actually. So the main, okay. Okay, so let's try absolute minimum settings and try to get okay, so almost everything is on low. Let's try reach 60. Okay, so yes, if you want to reach 60 FPS all of the time, you can play around with some settings actually, but if you want to have 60 FPS all of the time, you need to play this on minimum settings. Okay. Okay, so I don't have actually, I have nothing. So yes, I think that yes, you can play around with some settings. But to be perfectly safe, if you want 60 FPS all the time, you need to play this on minimum. Because there is quite a difference. Even then the 1% lows and 0% lows are actually on 60. There is no dips in frames, no stuttering, no some kind of crap. It's totally different experience actually. But yes, if you want to sacrifice some frames, you can turn around some settings. But yes, with this game, the card shows the weakness already. Yeah. Especially in this main hall. But yes, so there's not much to talk about actually. If you want 60 all the time, go with minimum settings. If you find to sacrifice something, some frames actually, then you can turn something on. So yeah, this was Resident Evil 2 from 2018. Okay, so these are the settings. There's actually some are well, yeah, you could call it a medium settings. This was a medium preset. And yes, this is the game from 2018. That is interesting. Okay, so difficult to change. So yes, and this is the racing game from 2019, and it is called Grid. And yeah, it is pretty cool game, but the Grid series was known before actually, so this is actually a reboot of the, at least I think it is a reboot of the Grid series. So yes, I know that you don't need the 60 FPS in racing games, but it is actually fun to race that way. And yeah, you could possibly up the settings, because this is only the racing game, but I recommend to play it on medium. Well, yeah, GPU is not maxing out, so yeah, I can turn on something. But it looks pretty good as is, actually. Okay. So, there's not much to talk about actually. This is a grid series from 2019. Okay, so this is another pretty good game. It's called Days Gone. And I was actually playing this game on GTX 1060, so it runs on the max settings. But I don't know, maybe you can play it on these settings with the 1050 Ti, but the frames will definitely be dropping. So let's try turn down some settings. Medium, yeah. Definitely looks more stable. And yes, even on the medium settings, the VRAM is actually reaching max. And the GPU is also maxed out. So yes, 4 gigabytes is actually maxing out on 2019 games. Well, on the but still, I would say to play this game perfectly normal, I suggest actually to drop settings even lower. Let's try low. Yes, on low settings it reaches 60. But the VRAM is actually dropping a lot, so maybe the GPU's processor is actually too weak for the 4 gigs on some games. VRAM would be perfectly enough, but GPU actually is too weak. So yeah, I can try to turn on some settings which only affects the VRAM, but I actually forgot which those are. You can look it up on the internet, I think. So yeah, so there is not much to talk about this game actually. So this is the Days Gone from 2019. Okay, so this is another pretty cool game called Outer Worlds from 2019. And the game is actually running on absolute minimum settings. and still cannot reach 60 FPS. So I don't know if I should try.
Delays in loading due to commerce obstruction.
If I should try the games from 2020 with this card. But I could probably do that. No problem. Let's push the game, the card. Let's push the card. Because the fan is actually spinning quite loud. So if it would be 2 fans, it would be no problem. And because it has only one, it's kind of a bit of annoying. But yes, this is a pretty cool game. But the 1% and 0% lows actually dropping below 30. So when the action is happening, it starts to lag a little bit. So yes, the settings is absolute minimum. So yeah, this game is actually pretty cool and should be pretty stable, but yeah, 2019 games are actually quite a strain for the GTX 1050 Ti. But you can definitely play it. There is no major problems. But yes, it shows its age actually. Or maybe not age, because this card is quite new, but that it shows that it's not really powerful. Okay, so this was the Outer Worlds from 2019.
Sure.
Okay, so there is another game from 2019. It is Far Cry New Dawn. And it is running on absolute minimum settings.
God damn it. Leave this stuff.
Okay. I think I'm supposed to shoot the other guy. Okay. So it is running pretty stable actually, but only on the minimum settings. Okay, I think the copyrighted music is up there. So, Well, it is not actually. Okay, so what is going on? Oh. Okay, yeah, I need a medkit. So yeah, even when the action is happening, this game runs pretty fine. Yeah, this is a new setting from the Far Cry game actually, but you can see the health bar. It is something different to freshen it up.
Not dying. Not
What?
Holy hell!
enemy there! All right, the way's clear. There's the tunnel up ahead. Let's go home.
Okay, so it runs, I can't say perfectly fine, but quite fine. No problem. So this was a Far Cry New Dawn from 2019.
Why did you bring me here?
Hello?
Okay, so this is another new title from 2018, from 2019. It's called Control. And it is running on absolute minimum settings. So yeah, and it reaches 60 FPS.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Yes, the VRAM is actually
Hello?
quite low. But the GPU is running at 100%.
Excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they...
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book. This seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams.
So yeah, this game is actually pretty strange. The GPU is actually running at 100% all the time. And the game is running on minimum settings. So I cannot turn anything off. So So sometimes it's a little bit stuttery, and it is actually bothering me because on the minimum settings it shouldn't happen. It only happens when the card is actually showing its age or the lack of power. You can put it any way you like it, but yeah, I think it is time to change the card one more time. Okay, so I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Janitor says... Alright, so this is the elevator. I thought it's just a room.
The cell and the poster.
Yeah.
I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help?
Okay, so this is the Control from 2019.
Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him.
So yes, it gets this weird feeling about the stuttering.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? Look at this place. Where am I?
Yeah. So yeah, this was the Control from 2019.